Right, time for the ball. Well, actually, we're going to Veilguard first because we have to pick something up for Josephine. We got her little fetch quest for a romance. Kind of short, right, comparative to some of the other ones, but nonetheless, do it nice and quickly. Then we'll do Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. And I should have mods that allow us to 100% it, because usually you have to make some choices. Take that out of the equation. But we'll see. Otherwise, I think I know what party we should take, so that we can do the more interesting side stuff. But I think we have to go to Barnabas. It's the little trinket vendor over here. Yeah, there we go. Well, actually, it doesn't say, it just says search Valroyo. But usually he has all the quest items.
Gems because their value is typically stable.
Of course, it's never talk to them. It's go to the actual shop. Oh, no, other? Yeah, there we go, other. Not, valuables. He says a ring of life drain. Still wanting that little bit extra crit chance. But anyway, Skyhold, Turn of the Crest, and then we'll go do Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. Annulment. Oh, that's, I'm guessing, one of the circle annulments. But I think some of the bad loading times are when I click off the game. It does not like being windowed. I noticed that before, that if I was, on a different tab, it would just not load at all until I click back over. That was kind of shorter. And that, I think we are running out of quests as well. Yeah. Have these two big ones to do. It's fine.
Inquisitor?
I do think going to the ball first is better. We can hand this in to Josephine.
Why, what's this?
You said you wanted to see your original family crest? I found one for you.
The crest is a boat? That's kind of cool.
I'd given up hope that any example of the early family crest still existed.
Oh no, it's probably on the boat.
It even has our first motto, back from when we had a trading fleet to speak of.
Yeah, there we go.
Sea to shore, we tame the waves.
Anything to see you smile.
You've certainly succeeded. Thank you.
Well, that was nice and easy. I don't think there's any follow-up just yet. Yeah. Alright, the main quest. Finally moving on with the story. It's been like a week, right, since we've done anything actually story-related. But we want to go... Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. I should probably have saved first. That's fine. Choices are choices, right?
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Céline will be meeting for peace talks with usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we
first little
don't
hint
give
that
this a
it's the
chance.
advisor.
If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
Sorry, not the advisor. Whatever, Duchess? Is that what it was?
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Alright, so all the companions should show up. No, should I have saved? But we'll take Sarah just in case, because she has the additional quest. Cassandra... Take Sarah, and... I mean, Vivian does make sense as well, but... we'll take Dorian. And if the mods are correct, they should all be there, and we can talk to them all, and we can experience probably the best quest in the area, right? in Dragon Age Inquisition. Just has everything going on, right? It has combat, it has stuff to find, sneak about. It's definitely a good advocate for why they should just do linear areas rather than open world type. And also because we're human and not a mage, we don't experience racism. We will be trying to go for 100% all favor. Hopefully it doesn't cut off the cutscenes, because we did notice that happen. So weird that the descent.
The political
Loaded
situation
perfectly.
in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Trevelyan, we
The
meet
annoying
at
thing
last.
is like, yeah,
I've heard so much about you.
constantly
Bringing
back and
the
forth.
rebel mages into the ranks of your army was a brilliant move. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
One of these two, right? You just don't go with things. We'll make a joke.
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
If we keep watch, he may appear, probably by the brandy. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, Gaspard. Finding him
Probably-
is my priority.
Are
Couldn't
you
have revealed
serious?
that, right?
That is a grave allegation, my friend. A foreign power meddling now, of all times? I have no doubt this Tevinter is hiding within the ranks of the Elven delegation. They're up to something. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage
Well, at
seems
least
the
he's trying to
least
help.
of their
Yes.
crimes.
Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy.
That Ambassador Briala used to be a servant of Celine's. That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake. If anyone in this room wishes Celine harm, Inquisitor, it's that elf. She certainly has reason.
Still a good enough place to start, anyway.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Alright, so there
Is that
is
the
a bunch of
Inquisitor?
fetch quests. Basically. Just to find about. Oh, and also find the ring.
Pardon me, my lord. You haven't seen a ring lying around, have you? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
A lot of whining.
What's your game?
Yeah.
Are you
Always
trying to
think
convince
that
the
everyone's
Countess
up
that
to
you
something.
treasure her gift? Or just gain importance by getting the Inquisitor to run a menial errand for you?
I assure you, the ring truly is lost. And I must find it or risk terrible repercussions.
Silver ring.
Maker,
Nothing great.
what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure. I cannot believe you
They
found
should have made
me.
it a unique ring,
You
so you
have saved
actually
me a lifetime of mortification.
contemplate keeping it.
How can I thank you enough?
Approval's good enough. I want to get to 100. Nice thing is there's no timing here. If memory serves, all the other events will be timed, and you want to basically enter. I think it's the second bell, right? Fashionably late, over and over again.
He plans to take it by force. If the council would recognize it.
There's usually lots of stuff to search for.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
And then we have these doors. You need Hala statues. Guess we won't know if the mods are functional until we're a bit further in. You remember not to delete the first save. Thinking about it. We delete that, and that, and that. We can make a new save.
Do you mind? We don't wish to be disturbed.
That causes them to move away, and then we also get an introduction to eavesdropping. Oh, and there's a little statue. Or not. That's a storage key. Oh, there we go. Being listening on conversations.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were
Not very
beyond
conspicuous
counting.
facing it this way, though.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
But that's not really anything sneaky. It's kind of annoying because sometimes you will have to do them multiple times to actually get the piece of information. But this is just basically the prologue, right? Introduction to everything you have to do. We got the storage key. Oh, and there's research. Key, a coin. Yeah, not a key. We'll need more of as well. But I think I'm going crazy. I do not remember where the statue is then. Interesting. We have plenty of time though, so we might as well look around. Oh, I haven't gone to this balcony. There we are.
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the Fade by Andraste?
I believe the way the mod works is we don't actually lose them upon usage. We should be able to unlock the door below. Which I think gives you an extra one anyway, right? Because you meant to require 10 to complete the quests. But just in case, we will probably make a few saves here. Open the doors. And yeah, it's on a mediocre loot. Hopefully I have enough inventory for as well. I'm stupidly still holding on to the accessories, aren't I? Yep. Fine. 90 slots should be enough. That should be everything, I believe, unless
What is Lady Pentecost?
new stuff comes. We will have to backtrack a decent amount because, yeah, I definitely don't want to miss anything. I also don't want to just straight up use a guide. Guessing this is just a plaque. Nothing. No, it is a codex still. But we don't need XP or anything. Alright, in we go.
Is it true the Inquisitor
That was saved.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I'm sure you know how to handle most nobility, but the game is nothing like the Free March's intrigues. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up, don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer staring down Corypheus.
Is all this worry just for my sake?
You're going in there unarmed. If anything happens to you... Andraste, watch over us all.
Alright. Now the real stuff begins. I think it's time from this entryway as well. We're gonna move fast and gather everything we can. Hopefully this is the only loading screen. I can't... Actually, no, there is. Combat area is the loading screen, unfortunately. Yeah. Plus also going in and out of the ball. And in that cutscene, probably as well. So I'll have to just deal with them. Whenever it decides to load, that is. There we go. Alright. Need to explore and gather whatever we can. And also find our party members too to talk to. Nothing here yet, at least. Things also change. It wants us to go in there.
If nothing else, the Inquisition
Varric,
backing Gaspar
Helen,
makes it
Sandra.
worse.
Well, we didn't take Varric with us, so that's a good sign. The mods are definitely working.
Shit. I just saw 2 dwarves from the Merchants Guild go inside. If anyone asks, I'm not here.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better.
I wish there was
It's funny
more
because,
news coming
yeah,
from the Grand Cathedral.
there's definitely people in formal armor. We could have had the option. We also have the Heinz search radius, so that should help. So if you don't get a scandalous secret from this straight away, we'll have to do it over and over. This is one tedious bit of this.
Gaspar never struck
You
me
need to
as
move
much.
away. Hopefully go to a different one. It's gonna be murmuring again.
Waste of time.
And then does he come
can they
back?
call this a vestibule?
Hopefully we can't be that unlucky, right?
Just gossip.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A martyr?
Waste of time.
Yes, it is starting
I
to
can
seem
hardly
like a waste
believe
of time.
Gaspar and Sil-
Come on.
I had no idea.
There we go. One down.
I heard the Grand Duke invited the...
Just gossip.
What we want to hear?
Why are there...
Then there's also out of bounds area, right? Which we have to be careful in. Usually through all the doorways, but this will be locked. And the library key over this side.
How has the lyrium trade dropped off so sharp?
With so much fighting, demand should be higher than ever.
My contact said there's...
Yeah, so it's just the secret for this little entry bit.
out who it might be.
What is Gaspar up to?
Hopefully we can get it within a few tries. Come on, say the prompt.
Well, that's useful.
Thank you. Alright, so I believe that's everything. Can't go this
The guest
way.
wing is not open to the public at this
And that
time.
door's shut. Perfect. I probably should have saved again. Well, this is unfortunate. Ooh, this is really going to slow down the quest. I wonder if he'll do every introduction.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Trevelyan, son of Ban Trevelyan of Ostwick. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the mage underground.
Party member intros.
He's so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena,
I don't know if we'll wait through all of these.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi.
Yeah, we didn't take Vivienne with us,
enchanter of the
so
Imperial Court.
good.
Mistress of the
Lots of
Duke
working.
of Ghislaine. Renowned author, Tharic Tethras. Head of
is
noble
the game
house
quicker.
Tethras. Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Lord Dorian Pavus. Member of the Circle of Arantium. Son of Lord Magister Hallwood Pavus of Azariel. Warden Blackwall of Valchevan. Constable of the Grey. Bearer of the Silverite Wings of Valor. The Iron Bull. Leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers. As the name might imply. The Lord Inquisitor's elven servant, Solus. Her ladyship,
Oh, right, because he's
my
an apostate,
bulls
so he needs
each,
cover.
of course. Sir Cullen Stanton Rutherford of Hunleaf, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the 5th Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
Fourth ball, I can't do a credit. I feel like the middle option seems to always be first.
Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Side quests? Not just like that, we're already at 60 approval.
How are my mind, Papa? Are they in good health?
So there's no timer as long as we're in this area, which is good, so we can talk to everyone.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this him?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
There can never be too many Lady Montilliers in Thedas, can there?
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? You and Josephine are going to elope and move to the Anderfells and join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn?
Yvette!
I want to know.
That's a very crazy rumor.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
It sounded so romantic.
That's insane.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be...
What we're hearing is there's merit to all, and they all are good in certain areas.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Arroyo must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Alright, nice check on all people. What else do we have? Doors shut, that's fine.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated.
He's a she.
But the timing is
As a
atrocious.
bastard.
Why
Extra
would she do
toes.
such a thing now?
What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but... Wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
This is mainly why we wanted to bring Sarah. Okay. Someone wanted to
Making
jump
any
with
new
her.
friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Alright, so there's 3 in
Not
stashes.
going anywhere.
The codex is defined. These are exits, which we don't want to do just yet. There'll be more people to talk to. Here we go, there's Vivian.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Any advice?
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Anything happening I should know?
Strange that I haven't seen much of Grand Duchess Florian. One could always
She's
find her
behind the
clinging
scenes.
desperately to the Empress's skirts before.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This
Misses
is the
it.
game,
Would be the
Inquisitor.
better.
Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
Laurent, perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
And look, you asked who's hiding over here.
Are you
Colin.
married?
How could they
Complete Inquisitor.
There's many
Did you need
suitors.
something?
Without what?
The sooner we track down this
I heard
infiltrator,
that
the
it
better.
wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspard's...
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not yet. It would be easier if people would stop talking to me. Other people, not you.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Alright. Should be everyone. Oh, we can still go to the balcony though.
Not since his regiment joined the
You
fight.
can jump out of bounds most places. I think mainly the garden areas, right?
Stand with me, Commander.
Although there's definitely an invisible wall there. I think your party's not fully starting just yet. So again, we want to make sure we don't miss anything. My little search radius isn't buzzing, so we haven't. Good. Coming back this way. Oh, this is one we can jump over.
Are all the Gnolls here? Are you
Alright.
happy to see me at all, Jesse?
Back out to the main hall to talk with Liliana.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wingard.
So now I believe there's a timer. When to come back for the next little segment. How the balls work. Lunch, dinner, dance. This is where we kind of want to save a bit more frequently. Once it loads, of course.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Okay, so now we have the back and forth, right? The timer starts whenever we go out of a, would you phrase it? Party area? Right, wherever the party is. So we have explore the Grand Library and investigate the agents. There should be a decent chunk of stuff to do. Surprised there's still no collectibles or secrets. I remember there being kind of more. Oh, Andrew.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the civil war?
Of course not.
Oh, it would be a civil war if
Chaos
he was
is
in
what
charge, no?
Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Well, she's voiced her opinion. Usually, nobles you can talk to don't actually have much to say, but there should be a circle somewhere. That's how I sort of remember it. think Liliana does give us another quest too, though. So I may be misremembering. Either way, again, we want to just doubly make sure we do not miss anything. Although, with the loading screens, maybe we are fine with missing something.
I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody
There's
should
Vivian.
I
There's
still remember
Liliana.
the day they came to tell me that
Look at Lady
Alright, deliver
Campion's
them.
slippers. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs
These
a
are actually
buckle.
good because you can tell
Besides,
a lot about
you
someone.
can learn a great deal
Yeah.
about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambion's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambion acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
We can turn in the letters later.
I'll keep watch.
Question is, anything else? You ready to talk
Another
yet?
time, perhaps?
No. You'll talk once we get to the next segment. So one more loading screen, unfortunately. Then we have to go to a little library area. Well, we do have to check the upstairs by the locked doors in case there's any eavesdropping circles. Come on. I did actually watch the earlier episodes when we played, and the loading screens were not this bad. So, I don't know. I guess as the world has expanded, those are loading screens, which means it's stupidly trying to load everything and then pick the area that you're in. Any red circles? Red circles are a little annoying because you actually do have to get kind of close to them to have them pop up.
Who does Orzammar favor in the negotiations?
Feels like there should be one by the smugglers there.
Considerable coin behind the Empress in
But
hopes
I
that
guess
trade
not.
in foodstuffs will resume quickly.
This area, which still counts as part of the ball, I believe.
Don't I know you from somewhere? Ah. Lord Rudal de Langres. I've seen you in his
Actually,
company
that
before,
we do want to
no?
hear.
Don't think we've met, my lord. I'm just a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Odd. Your face is so familiar. Around the eyes, especially. Perhaps without that beard? More wine. It will come to me.
Curious.
I'm ready for anything. Just give the word.
We ask about? No. We
So,
can ask about
Silverite Wings
his
of Valor.
medal.
What did you get that for?
For valor.
Care to elaborate?
It was a long time ago. Back when we didn't stop to boast about past victories when there was an assassin on the loose.
Wait
Bit
for my
touchy
signal.
at the moment. Alright, but whatever this is, there we go. Coin, about 15. Exit to the service quarters. I technically don't have to bother with any of the plaques anymore, right? Because we're maxed out on XP. Oh, there is a listen. Where? I think
We're
you-
not
yeah.
serving drinks. Bother
Yep, that's a
someone
move.
else.
And then where is the new circle? Staircase? There we go.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Good to know. Who else do we have to talk to? Solus.
I do adore the heady blend of power, intrigue, danger, and sex that permeates these events.
You seem more comfortable with a Grand Orlesian bull than I'd have expected.
Yeah.
I have seen countless such displays in my journeys in the Fae. The powerful have always been the same.
They really should just let
Only
you
the
take
costumes
everyone here,
change.
in general. Like, still gated the side content by the 4 in your actual party. There's so much details here, and why wouldn't you bring everyone to the ball?
Have you encountered any trouble with the nobles?
The Orlesians do not quite know what to make of me. I have kept to myself, for fear of giving them some purchase to cling to. The food and drink are excellent, however, and the servants have been happy to refill my glass.
I'll be back.
And well.
Interesting.
Another circle. Probably won't get straight away.
Just gossip.
Ugh. First time I did this, that's what really killed it for me.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Yeah, and probably won't get straight away.
I had no idea.
Oh no, never mind, we did. Yeah, the first time I did this, I didn't realize you could go back to them. Oh, where's the... Oh, it must be around the next side.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child.
Got must be
Gaspard.
maxed.
Never listened, never did what he was told.
Means we want to go to the side
He was
areas and
raised
come
a
back.
prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Oh yeah, we're at 75. There we go, Iron Bull.
You got anything that needs killing? Because the nobles keep messing with me and they think I don't know they're doing it. This keeps up, I'm gonna wear somebody's skull as my fancy little mask.
Look at this with the eyes of a Ben Hasrath and tell me what you see.
It's a mess. Everyone's trying so hard to hide that they're walking around in plumage. Makes it tough to spot the dangerous lies, as opposed to the normal stuff. Oh, but that couple over there with the silver masks, the woman's doing one of the nobles, and the guy's doing 2 different servants.
Not really useful.
Anything catching your eye?
They've got these candied nuts with some kind of spice on them. It's sweet until you swallow, and then... bam! Hot! Also, Orlais has some fine-looking redheads. I go more for the servants personally. Less makeup. Nothing on the assassins, though.
Well, glad you're enjoying yourself, though.
I'll just stay here and eat.
Be another eavesdrop, probably.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
There we are.
Did you... He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briella we have a situation.
Also, the blood to clean up.
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Coin. Nope, ring.
Well, well. What's this?
Each staff entered, basically just go to the servants' quarters. It's fine. Do that eventually. Question is lead to anywhere else.
Did I see you talking
Any other
to
secrets?
Giselle
Of the outside on this side.
Interesting.
Oh, and I saw this initial eavesdrop circle as well, don't I? Yeah. Let it be actual gossip this
I had
time?
no idea.
There we go.
My lord! My lord Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important. The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the
We'll
honored
hear
one,
it, but we
Inquisitor.
don't have to believe it.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in his holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard
Do
is
we have that
defeated.
in writing?
It's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Yeah, also, how come we're not actually in a mask? Meant to be a masquerade ball.
Interesting.
But it'll be gossip. I wonder what the chance is. I think it's a 33. There's...
Well, that's useful.
Yeah. The useful prompts and then 2 bad prompts. We also toss coins in. We'll wait. Statues to be found.
This is all so familiar. I half expect my mother to materialize from the crowd and criticize my manners.
Have you seen anything I should
Pretty
know
sure
about?
that only
Other
Sarah's
than
the one with an actual
overabundance
quest,
of
right?
lavender perfume? No, nothing extraordinary.
What if your mother were actually here? Where would we be then?
Short one mage after he's dragged out by his earlobe.
I'm having difficulty picturing that.
Picture me a young boy of 5 years then. She certainly always has.
Is this how the elite of Tevinter carry on?
You could almost mistake this for a soiree in the Imperium. The same double-dealing, elegant poison canapes. It's lacking only a few sacrificial slaves and some blood magic. But the night is still young.
I appreciate that you were willing to come here.
And expose myself to all this exquisite finery and exotic wines? Such hardship.
Not everyone's likely to be friendly. That's all I meant.
It's true. You'd think I smelled of cabbages the way they wrinkle their noses. It's of no concern, but thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that killed whatever I was going to say. High society in one area of the world is not high society in the other. Is the gist of that. Oh, some of the loot.
Interesting.
The 1 out of 3 stash
You
is
must
done.
be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If
Yeah,
they're
we've
playing the
seen
game, they're
blood
not doing it very well.
in a lot of
Don't have
places.
evidence if you play to win.
They've not done
With
very well to
Gaspard
clean up.
and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
We can go again. Interesting.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
That's it. That's it. But it also gives us insight into their dialogue, right?
This is a private conversation. Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen.
Perfect. Extra agent acquired.
It's
Alright.
been too long.
I'm safe.
I've had any word from Veilguard.
Up, loot, and then jump down. This should connect to the library. Yeah, so off limits, but take care not to be long. When you have some reply, people will notice and your court approval will drop. The door. Nothing down this area. Oh, and I guess we don't keep the starting statue. There goes the court approval. Secrets of the main door. We should have a nice buffer. Anything else? Hate that the prompts lag behind. Secret 1. So, I can't remember if turning in the secrets gets your approval.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
Red, red. I should probably be reading the plaques. Oh, there's one. Yeah, just brute forcing this. I could probably look it up. Of course. Go with skip a generation.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
It's literally in a line. I'm kind of confused because we didn't have that much time to do all this. At the very least, we can open 2 doors and hopefully make it to the ball in time.
Well, well, what have we here? The
Means we also have to
leader
explore
of
those
the
areas.
new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith, delivered from the grasp of
You
the
must get
Fade
more
by the
time
hand
after
of
this little
blessed
leeway.
Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
I may find the time to try a door or two.
Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
I assume we're meant to go back to the ballroom. I need to delete more. I didn't quite get to explore anything. We just opened, so yes, we see. If another bell tolls.
The faces talk even when they aren't moving. Silk on satin on skin, always wanting, chaste but chaste, too many.
Have you observed anything happening yet?
A woman tripped on purpose. The man who caught her left the room. They didn't want my help.
Are you all right, Klloo? You seem distracted.
More than usual going on.
They have faces inside their faces.
Not everyone lying.
With a layer that tells the truth. I don't know how to help them.
What are you doing, Klloo?
A fallen fan can cut like a kiss. Hot breath from the wrong boy on the naked nape of the neck. I helped until they made me stop. Now they've all forgotten.
Bethany is about our buffer region, I think. The court approval. Letter. Feels like we're still missing coins or something. Because we never went down this side. So it appears this is just loot. Oh, confusion grenades, nice though. To get out of here without triggering anything. So that's too much to ask. Could have more coins than that anyway.
The game, of course. Celine has something up her sleeve.
It's two.
Duke Gaspard has made a fortune at Alliance.
He's fortunate. I wonder if the Lord...
Curious if I've missed anything.
The Duchess has asked us to serve more of the ice cream.
Oh, like someone to talk
Inquisitor,
to.
are you enjoying the ball? This is your first presentation at court, is it not? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh, yes! This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Did you hear
I don't
what
think I missed
Gaspard
anything.
said to Germain?
Alright, we go back to the ballroom. You someone different?
Good evening, Inquisitor.
Oh, there's a door here, actually. No. They shut the door. Unless we missed something in the library. That should be everything. Unless I should have the key for this door now. Fine. I think we'll be able to talk to companions now. We at least turn in the secrets for Liliana. Come on. There we go. Will the lady over here talk to us now? Yeah, speak to the ladies in waiting.
Lady Fifi and Lady Babette de Lancey, daughters of the Comte de Lancey.
Doesn't look like negotiations are going well.
I'll go that way.
I've an idea, Josephine.
Yes, the door's open. We can talk to Gaspard.
My friend, come in, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Actually, kind of short.
You've been busily charming the court, I see.
I have a question about the peace talks.
Oh, that really interests me. Let's not ask about him. I suppose I can
They
spam
gave
through
the
them
crown
possibly
to
say anything.
her. And while it looks fetching, the talks will take most of the...
I discovered something you might be interested in.
I feel like revealing our hand is probably not the right thing to do.
Inquisitor.
We are always... Their Imperial Majesty is unfortunate.
Right, they're the three ladies in waiting.
Doesn't look like negotiations are going well. Commander, has anyone
What about the... What's her name? The Dowager.
Lord Inquisitor?
Oh, you do have something. Care to dance? What do you think of the ball? Say anything interesting?
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, my lady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
There we go, dance.
Mistress Nightingale.
What do you want? An operation.
Doesn't look like negotiations.
We have you to talk to.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. Slumming even more than usual, I see. You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you
The
to
idea
me?
is the whole ball.
I'm good at what I do. But we had a falling out. Now, an elf assassinating the Empress?
Alright, now we have to just find dirt on everyone. Question is, because I remember there's a lower garden somewhere, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to get there. Right, through the hollow door.
What a chevalier is to hunt down the bear that killed
But we don't
him.
have 3. Makes me feel like that is not quite working. The mod, I mean, allows us to open all the hollow doors. So we're meant to go to the servants' quarter, which will be combat. Surely there's other stuff we've missed. Check every area once again. Nothing on this side. Unless I didn't get close enough. Nope.
Your investments seem to be paying off.
I mean, technically you can just eavesdrop them without actually having a circle. They speak way too frankly. So yeah, it wants us to go through there. I don't know, it just feels like I'm missing something. Talk to everyone.
Gaspar is wasting his time.
Actually, I think, can you cheese it? Why do I feel like you could jump straight down here? But it's definitely this door. See if I missed anything on the balconies or in the library. We have enough approval to toy with for a little bit. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. It's always better just to jump down and climb back up. That resets the little counter. There's still quest markers in this area. I wonder what we're pinging. The ladders. It's fine. I did miss something in the library. Means I could have missed more. So crazily think there might be a rune somewhere. That would kind of make sense. But I guess no, it was just for the puzzle. There's safe spots as well somewhere. Either way, we've been through here. We've been through that side. No, I guess I haven't missed anything. I've missed something by the tables. Nada. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to servants' quarters. It'd be annoying if I missed something right at the start.
This could be worth checking out.
An actual loading screen, or is it just equipment? Come on. Any day now. God, these are just atrocious. Yeah. Would be nice if they just did for us, but whatever. No, because now I have to remember whose is whose. That's mine. Cassandra's. That's shield. Sarah is the other bow. Then Dorian is the staff. And now we have to do armor. Although, it's smart enough to remember afterwards. Which is nice. I think I just have the agility cap. Light armor. I think that's ours. Alright, I think we're fully
The
equipped.
elves Briala's people are looking for.
Whoever did this ought to be down here somewhere.
We also have to do it all quickly because of the approval. The whole statue up top. Means we have to some jumping. Annoyingly. Oh. Can I get back up? No. I'm also pretty sure that was not the way we're meant to go. The way you're meant to go is this barrel section. I do want the book as well. Annoying as it is to go get. And there goes some court approval. Ah. Be so peeved. Missing stuff. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter. Trust the guts that I have explored well enough.
Should we look around?
Oh, 4 statues, so we can do the lower door as well. We should probably go back and do. Never mind, now we can only go forward. So yes, I should pick up the statue, going back.
What was he doing here?
Open the other door.
This guy's way too fancy to belong down here.
We might
What's
not
his
have time
story?
now.
Is that the Chalon family crest? What have you been up to, Gaspard?
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No, no!
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader.
Combat should be nice and easy though. Kind of makes me want to just do more with the party. Got a lot of panic. Switching off everyone's
Venatori
AI.
are watching this approach. They're organized.
Alright. Now for a giant looting spree. Also maintaining our approval. Fantastic. And of course you have invulnerability. That was not much damage. Actually it was, because that was 18k. But not enough to actually be a lot of damage. Video of the mage? Yes, they dealt with the mage. Alright, so you have to play slightly differently here because of the timing element. Basically not go for loot unless it's directly in your path. Coin. The statue. everything else. And also skip stairs. Skip stairs, take extra damage, don't worry. And also all the like herb pings are super tedious. As long as we get to like 60. Don't get more than 60. In fact, we care less about chests than we do everything else. Kitchen, no upstairs bit. Enemies, that's fine. Not a lot of points though. None of them were elites actually. Don't stop moving. That's where we came from. That's an additional room. Already been over there. Read also doesn't matter. Coins and statues, that's all we want. Let the party sort of pick them off while I go looting. At least we'll get a ton of gold out of this. Alright, so that's where we want to go, but we haven't finished investigating the gardens. Annoyingly. Circle around, make sure we haven't missed any secrets. Chest isn't a big secret. One more Jenny stash. Fire room's also kind of bad. Hey, but it looks like we have tons of damage. No, I just want coins and statues. That must be the way back, which is good. But I don't think the bell triggers... Can we go this way? No, we can't. Never mind. Bell triggers once you pick up the quest item, is the big thing. If we can go out before then, we have a better time with things. Nothing in this maze. I'm getting so lost. Make sure that we haven't missed anything important. Gold is not important. Weirdly enough now. Guess not. Guess we picked up everything that needed to be picked up. It's nice of them, just the one secret area. It's shitty in the fact that we just wasted a whole bunch of approval. More coins or keys? Nope, okay. Set of enemies. That feels like a way to go. Although actually it loops around both ways, so I guess either way could be the right way. For the non-elites. so we have our first facility up. Nice. Got a Hala door, which we can open.
The Empress can't give up her pretty things.
That's good. That's what I want. Like, we can reconcile her and her friend. But you don't really have the time to let that sink in. Anything else in this room? See, what do I think dealing with the Harlequin is the trigger? Either way. Wow.
One less to challenge them.
That's interesting. Let's definitely use that, shall we? They're just wrecking me. I'm glad that healing works a bit weird. So basically what happens is I die, and then because I have a effect on our gear, which allows me to heal when I deal damage, my arrow hits and I regenerate out of death.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing,
we want
Inquisitor?
that. A statue.
What will the nobility say?
No doubt there's a line of people breathlessly waiting for dances with me.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was. You clean this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's illusion. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
What do I have to give you in exchange for this army of spies?
A moment of consideration. I know
You
which
must be
way
the
the
one
wind is
pulling the
blowing.
strings.
I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
Now we have to be quick again.
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
There's so much conniving and backstabbing here.
Pretty sure there's a specific window you want to jump out of. Is which? Well, that one. We came from that side. We still have that room to check out to. Anything? Is the staircase? Oh, something to read. Maybe the bell doesn't trigger until we actually go out of this area. Just something we can live with. Right. It's partly. One goes one way. And then one goes the other. Not, nothing. Alright, fingers crossed I haven't missed anything.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Got a bunch of statues. That helps. There's a few doors we can open now. Do we have time is the question. So we still want to hit the courtroom when we get the second bell. That gets you bonus approval. But there is that 3. Yeah, this is the first bell. The doorway over that side. There's also a ton of new stuff to grab. Which is fine. You hit the bell and then you come back. Actually, I think that's the correct thing to do. We can open everything up after we go back to the ballroom. Yeah, because now there's the trophy room.
Interesting.
It's all just distraction. Wait for the second bell.
That would be the second bell.
Yeah, there we go.
Fashionably late now.
Which is also fine if we don't end up being able to open all the Valhalla doors. I forget though if you present all the evidence at the end or if we're meant to give the locket. I think you present evidence as you go.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. We met briefly.
We'll see.
I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident.
Yep.
I believe
exactly.
tonight you and I are both
Be a
concerned
bit
by
more
the actions
suspicious.
of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well.
Josephine would understand.
Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. You are from the Free Marches, are you not?
Oh, we have chance
How
for
much do you
approval,
know
yeah.
about our little war?
So one is knowledge perk, one is our family. I think the knowledge perk would be better.
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
Alright, so we got 4, which means we're maxed out on
I
approval at
hope
this
we
point.
are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from
Means we
foe.
can do a lot of out-of-bounds
Is
stuff.
it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
Probably I trust no one.
If I've learned anything, Your Grace, it is to put my trust in no one.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport
Why'd
in
we
Orlais.
say it like that? Isn't that universal?
You have little
American
time.
and British? Machinations? Not Mac. We cut
the attack will come
the
soon.
seed, didn't we?
You must stop Gaspard
Assassinations?
before he strikes.
It sounded weird.
In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
Alright, back to secret hunting. Do we have material to blackmail everyone?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
It's a relief to do something other than fight demons and horrors.
You still face demons and horrors. These ones are simply better dressed.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears
I wonder
that
if you can actually go back there to loot more.
Morrigan helped me get into the servants'
Actually, we
quarters
should
where I
have said
found a
that.
group of
That the girl's up to
Venatori
something.
and Gaspard's dagger.
The man would truly do anything to become emperor.
It's a bit
Then
too
the attack
obvious.
on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
You have an idea, Leliana?
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing. That he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me
Yes,
access.
that will do.
And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful,
not yet.
Inquisitor.
No much else going on in the ball. We have the locket to hand in, and we have a ton of stuff to find still. Still missing coins. Perfect. Being a witch. We're missing 10 coins. We also turn in the secrets to Liliana. Not necessary
We can only
yet,
hope
though.
Celine prevails tonight.
Show the lockets. Right.
We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
I found an elven locket hidden among Celine's things. This isn't yours, is it?
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
It might have meant something
And
to
get them
her.
back together.
Maybe it did. She held on to it. Is there something we may do for you?
We do so enjoy... We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
Inquisitor,
If it is
I
sentimental.
regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt
But shows you
have
how
questions
strong
about
with blackmail
many
this,
things.
this locket is.
I found an elven locket sealed in the palace vault. You must have considered it quite valuable.
Just
It
like that we
was
get
Sentimental.
an interview.
I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
Maybe you kept it because you still care for Briala.
Perhaps I do. But I cannot put her above all the people of my empire. Dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing to me.
So I'm guessing we might have the option to give it to Gaspard. Use against her. We fill her in what
We meet
said.
again. Given any thought to what I said?
No, not quite.
Another time, Inquisitor.
So I wonder what happens if you do show the blackmail to Gaspard. I suppose that's sort of siding with him. Either way, we'll look just for more secrets on all the balconies. Nope. Be another coin.
Is it true the Inquisitor?
Not my imagination. Or are there more Inquisition on her?
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
I'm guessing the ding back here was the door, right?
Are all the Delancés here?
Oh, I'm crazy. It was actually... Where is it? Oh. There we are. Weird. Search radius definitely not that far.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties from the Danes?
Question is, who should we side with? I like the idea of reconciling them. If I remember correctly, it gets you an Amulet of Power. We do like an extra ability. And then there's also have them all work together. Can't remember the epilogue. Right, and there was also a ton of eavesdropping circles. Also something we need to do. Basically just another sweep of the area. Find everything. And then through to the Royal Wing. Anything on this side? Oop. There were several circles. Sandra... No, what did they say anything? Nope.
I cannot believe you danced 4 times.
The Royal Wing is up that way, which is fine. Guessing it's unlocked now. The circle right... Yeah.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I am starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of those.
Don't
Gossip.
we all?
Useless. I'm guessing if we tell them to move, the eavesdrop will go away. Oh, another coin maybe? Oh, note. Oh no, I'm guessing. No, the circle's gone. That's how we get them to move.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
I'd wager I have better tales than anything you've heard.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
Eh?
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details.
Guess that works too.
He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now,
Oh, I
we'll
suppose
never
the
have a
speculation
chance.
is that the
You're right.
Dragon Crivius
Thank you,
was
Inquisitor.
using was an archdemon.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, we can get approval for that. Alright. But we can lose some here, and it doesn't really matter. Grab all of Gaspard's stuff. $99. I mean, every coin we toss in gets us approval back. That was kind of shitty loot. And every secret we give. Actually, I don't know if the secrets actually get you approval. I know the coins definitely do. Oh, we're back to 100 anyway, because we didn't spend a full minute in there.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
What's the next circle?
Is it my
You saw one
imagination?
in here,
Or are
didn't
there
we?
more Inquisition on
Gaspard
the
is
quest now
wasting
than
his
there were
time. Nothing he does could win over the council.
Do I? Another notes.
Yes?
Anything you need to say?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening.
Another time, my lord.
You different person? No, you're the one who was
How does things look?
annoyed at Philippe.
Are the negotiations over yet?
I bet we're just grabbing documents. And that everyone's just throwing documents all on the ground. There's some little things that don't quite make sense.
Where is that lazy elf? I sent him down to the cellar.
Unless, you know, a bunch of them are fakes. That sort of makes sense.
Interesting.
Don't just be the gossip. Yes, perfect. Another blackmail secrets, and the circle's gone. Good. And the quest prompt has stopped updating. Because we triggered too many in a row. I believe if we want to finish the coin quest, we have to open this door. I think the mod is working. Because that only put 2 hullers. Right, that spot up there is still missing one. I think that makes all the difference. But we can do the red Jenny stash is in here. Somewhere, one of these. Or might be down lower. Barracks also down here. It's kind of weird that this is sort of locked behind a door. I guess it's like a secret club meeting.
Lord Inquisitor.
What a pleasant surprise.
You haven't seen anything unusual tonight, have you?
Nothing could be more peculiar than Gaspard and Selene dancing together.
Now that you mention it, the royal wing is sealed, and no one knows why.
A great pity. The garden in that part of the palace is exquisite.
Well, it's a good thing that's where we're going. Oh, this will be the red Jenny stash. Alright, so that's Sarah's quest done. There's another coin. And where's...
I so look
There
forward
we go, there's Merrick.
Having fun, boss? I always enjoy canapes while surrounded by people who want to kill me.
What's happening? Anything I should know about?
To be honest, I haven't seen much, but you wouldn't expect anything to
I
happen.
feel like they should have given all the companions a quest.
Everyone is on edge, and it's not just that they're worried about the war.
I didn't realize you were famous. You have plenty of admirers.
Like, it could have been fine.
My
Something.
book sold so well in
Elven
Orlais.
Artifact for
I'm
Soulless.
going to have a chat with my
9
publisher.
copies of his book. Funny. What could they have done?
One of
Coal
them
would be
always
something to
knows.
help the servants, surely.
I'll get this. Just be patient. I'll get this. But if I take the fox across with a second ring... No,
Oh, the
that won't work.
puzzle. Right?
Stick
Was
with
it a fox?
You'll figure it out.
Chicken grain? Is the riddle? You have to take them
And
over
I
in
have
orders.
freedom.
Which is the same as the moving block puzzle. That we did in the Descent.
How will
Actually.
you address the continuity errors in Hardin Hightown?
Alright, so we're still missing 12 secrets, which is kind of a lot, but hopefully they're in the extra area. Otherwise, we can check the library again, see if stuff has changed. We have plenty of approval to mess with. I doubt it would put stuff back in this section. Oh, never mind, I'm wrong. Means I do have to investigate properly. Actually, we're above 18. And it's broken. Now the notes. If we re-enter the ballroom, or rather the safe area, it should go back to 100. Yeah, there we go. This one secret notes. I guess so. Few more eavesdropping circles. Wise journal. Be under collection, I'd assume. Not. Winter Palace. We're at 26. We only have 4 more to gather. That's fine. But still have 6 coins to find and 3 statues. That makes me feel like I have missed some. Unfortunately.
Interesting.
Oh, there's a circle. There must be a ton of coins in the last area.
Good to know.
But we can go back and forth, so it's fine. In fact, I think you're meant to, because if you exit the proper way, then that finishes the quest, or goes to the last bit of the quest. So in order to turn everything in, I think we have to backtrack. And... oh, there we go. Luckily, we only have to do our equipment now. A little bit better. Did I mess up outfit? Did I give the wrong gear? Oh, 91. Perfect. Alright, 2 notes left. And a bunch of coins.
Sarah, what are you wearing? Are you sure it's dead?
What? Is there something? Oh, ha ha. Eat it.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Oh, we're missing 1. Oh.
Stay back!
Oh, that's where it wants us to go, obviously. We'll go with the door that doesn't have a purple circle, I think. Perfect. Statue. I think that's the last note, right? No, 1 more. We should be able to open this now. Oh. There we go. All 30 notes. Now we just need the coins.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
Well,
she'll be all prim, but here's you with your bits
yeah, I played
out.
it. Fair enough.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
Or him trying to actually
Oh,
attack.
Orlesians.
Keep quiet, you stay here. Oh. I guess this is where we pick what ending we want. So, For them to all go together, I guess we have to tell them to testify. We want them all to be together. I feel like just Celine and Brianna is better, right? Free him and make him hush. Maybe actually work well together. I kind of want to see what the epilogues are. I mean, our whole party's telling us to... You know what? No. We'll keep it quiet. I think this is better for Liliana, too.
Don't breathe a word about this.
I can promise that. I have no intention of dying, Inquisitor. If Gaspard didn't kill me for this, Celine would.
Well, I guess the choice is made. Alright, and then we have the screaming.
Oh, thank you.
Although, given everything else that goes on in the game, that probably wouldn't have killed them.
Are you alright?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
There's a reason you distrust Brianna. I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Something like that could destroy Brianna, if it were known.
No. Some know she has a history with the Empress. But they believe she was just a favored servant.
Isn't that true?
If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about
word
her.
against the other.
Ambassador.
But she did say she
Most
won't change, and
Orlesians
that's
would
why they
say
broke
that's
up.
Celine's scandal, not Brianna's.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hate's made it feel real good.
You know what, I guess them all
Go to the
together
ballroom.
would have been better.
Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
But I suppose our decisions are done. Ah. We finally hit the inventory cap. Question is, what do we destroy? At this point, equipment should be kind of worth something. Formal attire, not so much. Probably not the headpieces. No, that should be enough room. I should try and just loot the blues. Yeah, I don't think that leads anywhere. We have the adjoining room. I guess it just leads to...
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
I just feel like that rift is endpoint. There's doors.
You painted Orlesian assholes! When I
go
get
that
out
way.
of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Avoid the purple swirlies. There we go. All of the hollow statues. And something tells me that's not the last coin, though. Still missing 5. It seems like a lot they'll be missing. Guess I'm just blind? I mean, at least we did all the secrets, I suppose. Yeah, so it definitely wants us to go through that door. The Howler statue doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm surprised that we're missing 5 coins. Definitely makes me want to Google it. But we have to go back and turn in the secrets and everything, I think. You jump down? We can. Unless there's 5 more through the building. We'll find out. Either way, I can turn in the scanless secrets. Come on. There we go. So, God, should I turn the coins in? We'll turn the secrets in, definitely. But you do get approval for each of the coins you toss in. One sleep means another loading screen. Are at it. Yeah, so you do have to do them beforehand. Is where have I missed so many? Suppose we can sort of go back through and see. We do want this still for the Inquisition levels more so.
You were acquainted with my
Mistress
You can have the 30 secrets.
So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use.
Social leverage. Actually, do we even get anything for that? Oh yeah, we do. 80. Not much. I suppose it's something. And you do get court approval. I guess I should check this whole area and see if I've missed any coins.
Where has that servant gone?
That's where we'll end up after we finish the main quest.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Nothing out here. Sure the journal's not wrong. Yeah. This is 5 coins. Makes me think they have to be in the servants' quarter.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us
Yeah,
all.
no, I guess we haven't missed any coins in this area.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again.
And my 8th husband, Nazaire.
Right, I do have the list open. Let's see. 2 in the grand ballroom. 1 was on the floor, 1 was on the railings. That's done. Trophy room was also done. Vestibule, which is current area. Guest garden lower level done. Guest wing garden's done. I can't really. The only ones that I think we couldn't have gotten were the ones in the servants' quarters. Doesn't quite make sense. We did. Oh, I thought we did a decent job looking around. I mean, it's not like it's worth a lot. So maybe I don't have to be too pedantic about it. And we're already at 100 approval anyway. And I can buy Inquisition levels more so than anything. The completionist in me feels like I've failed. A large margin too. Missing 5 of them.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
That's 2 quests technically.
What is
We
Lady
have
going to cost? Where?
find them and we also toss them in. We'll see if we can go to the servants' quarter again, actually. We definitely did the lower garden. Unless I'm blind. Well, it's a long way to trek.
Are all the Delancers here?
Baker, I hope not.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over.
Not like we ain't buzzed. Let's see. Can you go back to the servants' quarters? You can. Interesting. Shouldn't have turned them in then. Although, there's no actual quest to end with 100% approval. Well, I think you need to end with a certain amount if you were going to do the truce ending. Which we're not. But it does actually feel like we missed the ones in here. And we should be able to make up any approval we would lose. So, north from the body, there's down the walkway and up a ladder. North. Hit the wall. Turn right. This can't be the body I'm thinking of. We definitely didn't explore this area that well. It must be this body. In which case, the coin would have been that balcony, which we already went to. Anyway. I would literally have to check these all again. Find out the one we missed. If there's not one here, you know what, we'll move on. The south balcony pillar. Oh yeah, it should be here, which we don't have access to. I must have gone as many as I could have gone. Oh well, it's 2 quests. And of course, more loading screens. Oh, that one wasn't too bad, actually. But we didn't get the prompt. And we picked up the coin that was here, definitely. Does definitely intrigue me to try and figure out which ones we missed, though. Oh well. The Royal Wing. And a few more fights. Well, technically we just stealth through to the end, if you want high approval. Come on. Oh, did not remember my weapon this time. That's interesting. Or my headpiece. Alright, I sold or I destroyed the royal wear, so it literally
Sarah,
couldn't.
what are you wearing? Are you sure it's dead?
What? Is there something? Oh, ha ha. Eat it. What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
Crap time.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die
Vagrant's
tonight,
kind of the worst
and
trap.
I would hate to disappoint
The
him.
one thing we have the most expertise in.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor.
Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
You don't have to go through with this, Florian. There's still time to turn back.
Oh, my dear Inquisitor, you are so naive. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him, and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
This we kind of go straight into it. Again, there's so much damage. Oh, I guess I'm not getting up this time. Alright, I definitely miss having stealth. And just not being the center of attacks. Plus, another big thing is not having Iron Ball. Since we generate so much armor with him. And I'm dead again.
Quick! Another blighter!
Ooh, back up. Another problem is just these wraiths and the amount of damage they dish. I can't even hit multiple. But I should definitely be able to help. Before they pop up. Oh, I glitched again. Last time we crashed, when I rezzed and I was stuck in the ground. Hopefully that's not the case yet. What we will do is save and reload if that is a problem. Yeah, I cannot move at all. Cutscene. See if the cutscene frees us.
And just his tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Maker bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim.
Mercenary?
Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
Want a new job? One that pays better? The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
I wonder if he realizes that means more demons. No, and we're still stunned. He wasn't quite happy with that. Alright, let's see if this works. Or if we're just stuck. I mean, last time it crashed and we reset and that worked. Yeah, there we go. Now we can move again. Alright, so a few different exits. Again, hard to know which way the prompt is actually taking us. Well, not the big door. And that's not a door at all. I guess there's only one way to go. Nope, two. Balcony with some extra loot. And more dead people. I assume more Venatori. Yeah. Definitely smart stuff. And struggle to get past anyone and everyone. Save our favorites for another group. So we heal up nicely. Just the initial intro into a fight is rough. Should be full up soon again as well. Surprised there wasn't more puzzles like in the Dragon Age 2 DLC. Tons of AoE, so it's fine. Can't sneak up on us. That's the other one. Of course not. Should be enough damage though. Then we go pop. Another one. That case is so fantastic. The amount of burst we have. 28. Slowly losing approval. This is towards the ball. That feels like the way we're meant to go. Oh, and the inventory's full. Start avoiding stuff now. Booklets. And hollow doors. Which should be openable. Regardless. Yes, perfect. Although it's just for loot, and, well, once again, our inventory's full, so unless there's good loot in here, kind of useless. I can't even take the lightning rune, and I can make a better lightning rune anyway. We kind of wanted more valuables, since the valuables would stack with one another. But even at 90 inventory slots, it's still not enough. They're the ones we can loot before. 7 approval. Oh. Kitchen to an exit. Kind of feels... no. Just another treasure room. I think there was cloth on that door. Oh. We don't have other silk scarves. Suppose I should be trying to take blue items. The side door? And that's the main door that we want to go through, I guess. Oh, loots. Well, I don't think blues actually affects the sell price that much. The main thing is the level. Alright. This should be the end of the quest.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Well, that sounds like a cutscene started. Hide the loading screen. Question is, do we want to do the fight? We can use the fact that we have high approval to skip the boss fight. And then you get to judge her. Right, if you do the boss fight. We kind of want to do the boss fight. Let's see, what do I have to do to actually have the encounter?
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon.
Allow her to kill the
What should we
Empress. Detain the Duchess. Public expose the Duchess, it tells us perfect. Avoiding further bloodshed so you don't have to fight her. Save her, then deal with the Duchess. We'll save her. I'm up for a boss fight.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open. Our divine is dead. And many fear the end of all things comes upon us.
Plan was just
Orlais
always going to be
must
public.
stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind
like a
which
weird way to do
all
it.
Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down.
Very skilled. I suppose we kind of screwed up.
Kill them all!
Yeah, confront her and stop the bloodshed. Would have been better for our soldiers.
Cullen, protect the people! Yes, Inquisitor.
Hey, we wanted a boss fight, so some of our men had to die, so we could have a little bit more fun. I feel like no matter what should always have led to the boss fight. The approval could have still, stopped her killing all your people, and she just runs off and you follow her. But let's see how quickly she kills us or we kill her. Although I think she has phasers, so we can't just burst her down.
Beaten at every turn. You've taken the moment of my victory and left me in disgrace. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden.
Holding a
Are you
bow.
proud of yourself?
Yeah.
You were about to murder the Empress.
About to murder
We both
me.
know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act.
Don't you use above the finger, not the knuckle?
The night
Lara?
is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor.
Try.
So good of you to attend my soirée.
Let's see.
Come back, Florian! Don't you want to dance?
Do that. For a mark. Ah, yeah, she does stealth away. Well, we can sort of see where she is. There's somewhere here. Where'd you go? Oh, is that her? Yeah. Alright. Drink the potion. Bad.
Come out,
Oh,
Florian!
it definitely does plenty of damage. I guess she does run away. I guess we just stick with the normal fights. Suppose I could just be hunting her wherever she keeps running off to. Oh, you can see your icon on the map. There we are.
Fight, Florian!
Fine. With everyone else. You can also do the mark for it. Knock down on her would be nice. Harlequins actually seem tougher. And for our troubles, we get a kind of meh bow. We don't even... Oh, we have enough room for the jade. Alright, but we should definitely delete some items so that we can pick that up. Of course, now inventory's full again. Well, we just see who has gold. Another annoying thing about the looting, right? Can't click take all if your inventory's full. You can click on it if you already have one, right? As stacks. Decent chunk of gold from everyone. Alright, resolution time. And we need to play matchmaker. They wouldn't re-add loot to any of these areas, would they? I guess they give you one final opportunity to open them. If you didn't do it in the intro. But no, it doesn't look like there's anything. We'll just return to the ball. We could probably start Jaws as well. Start the area at the very least. But I do want to do it after the western approach. You know what, we might do western. Well, no, you know what, we'll have a bunch of dialogue at Skyhold anyway. That'll probably take some time. Hopefully we've done everything correctly to reconcile them. I think the main thing was just the locket, which we did do.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you...
That's feel kind of bad, though.
You knew it all and did nothing.
That would move back.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent, and failing.
Enough! We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I guess they're our only options. Oh, right, you
I wouldn't
needed
have caught
the
Florian in
naked
time
guy
without Briala's help.
You were working together?
to testify. The mercenary captain.
Thanks to Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain will testify that he hired men to infiltrate the palace.
Hired thugs? I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
There were also the threats Gaspard made to the Council of Heralds to bully them into giving him the crown.
Gaspard is a bully. Is that the worst you can say of me?
I might as well just...
And he murdered a council emissary in the servants' quarters. I found his bloody knife hidden near the body.
Right? That was
Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
Only convinced to let it live. Ah, but they only get one. Well, we've gone this far, so we
I think
want
Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
I can scarcely believe you did all this for me.
Celine.
Well... relationships start on lies always work out, right?
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
Maybe Gaspard would have been the better ruler.
You have done so much. For my people and for us.
We won't forget this.
But it's basically Selene supports Liliana, right? Well, not directly, but for the divine election. Gaspard for Cassandra, and the elf girl being manipulated for Vivian. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll be direct. At this point, we've done enough.
What will the two of you do now?
I guess we went with the middle.
There will be some changes to the court.
Not just the court. Come, stand with us, Inquisitor. We must give the good news to the nobility. Lords and ladies of the court, this is a night for celebration. Those who sought to poison our empire with treason have been brought to justice. It is a new age for Orlais. We shall build a world in which all men and women live in harmony. Let the cornerstone of change be laid. I introduce the newest member of our court, Marquise Briala of the Dales.
This is not just a victory in Halam Shiral, or within the Empire, or even for elves alone. This is a triumph for everyone! Over 1,000 years ago in the Valerian fields, elves and humans together defeated the Imperium. We can do so much more now. We are greater than our ancestors ever dreamed. Together, we will start by saving our world from the enemy who took the divine and tore the sky apart.
Our enemy does not negotiate and has no mercy. We fight for our very existence.
Doesn't throw balls.
We are already tracking these Tevinter agents. Soon they'll have no place to hide.
But that is tomorrow. Tonight, we celebrate our newfound fellowship. Let the festivities commence!
A ball within a ball? Either way, everyone's happy. Except for Gaspard,
Your
yes.
Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
Everyone suddenly wants to talk to me. You, at least, I'm glad to see.
Then I have happy news, as you shall be seeing a great deal more of me. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Selene wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal, to make use of or ignore as you desire.
First sign of trouble and you're out.
I am not joining
our bias towards Morgan.
I am a
in the
liaison,
previous game.
advising on the throne's behalf and helping when called upon to do so. If you find that objectionable, you may indeed spurn your new ally's offer. Yet consider this. You battle a foe you scarce understand, with all Thedas hanging in the balance. You need all the help you can get, Inquisitor. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Now the reason why we did the romance.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
Things went according to plan for once. I couldn't be happier.
Tonight was a triumph. You should be proud. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I was hoping you'd ask, my lord.
Sweet, touching moment to end off lots and lots of killing. And now the aftermath to deal with. It should net us an Amulet of Power too, which will be nice. Does this also start the Divine Selection? Should also advance a lot of the personal
The
concierge
matter
tasks.
is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next
Yeah, it should be the
divine.
Rift in the Sky.
We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Liliana and Cassandra are candidates to become the Divine. How is that possible?
Not yet. But they could be. We need them to be. There is precedent. Other times when clerics remained deadlocked, a successor was chosen from outside the clergy. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late Divine is still
Would you imagine
held
the
in high
uproar
esteem.
if, like, that's how
To honor her,
that happened
the
with the
Grand
Vatican or
Clerics
something?
might support one of them as successor.
Pope was no longer, was just, you know, obviously not some random guy, but not a priest or anything. So many people would be pissed off.
These aren't just any 2 people. They're key members of the Inquisition.
For the sake of Thedas, we must ask you to make this sacrifice.
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
Alright, well, now we have to...
Don't
vocal
let them detract
conversations
from your
that
victory
we
at
want to
Halamshire.
not really
The
support
support of the
Cassandra,
Empire
but
should
be
make
friendly.
our search for the Grey Wardens easier.
And obviously shut down
Varric
Vivian.
is eager to help his friend Hawk.
Alright. Position level is nice.
Need wheels for the
Quests are good too. We should be able to send you to look at the Winter Palace.
Your worship.
And they'll get an
The
operation.
nobles will lose the
Yeah,
men
there we
they
go.
met for causing trouble in the Inquisition.
We'll talk later.
Anything with
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
Yeah.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Anything else to add?
Good to see you, boss.
No. Need to
Nice talking with you.
get out of here before the singing pipes up.
I love these guys.
You're assembling quite the influential list of allies.
Ah, the door's shut, so Sarah definitely has something for us.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. The Duchess. And Coryphus. Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
Like your goofy younger sister.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. We patched their spat, Briala and the Celine, but without their breakup, none of it would have happened like that.
That was a mistake on their part.
Go for the approval.
It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
Anything else to add? Oh, more books. Glad they just respawn.
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Sarah, explain.
Ah, just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins, ugh. I friggin' still hate cookies.
No. It's just that this is all a little confusing.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The ones she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves.
That's got
She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated...
Well, she raised you.
Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Definitely some
Sarah,
touching moments with all characters.
Anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
Like, I think a lot of people have rose-tinted glasses when it comes to the dialogue and the writing of Origin in comparison. And even Dragon Age 2. Still, I think it's some of the better character arcs overall. And then more loading screens, though, which I will complain about immensely. They keep it happening. Quizmaster time, I think. I feel like he moves here after the ball.
It's just what I heard.
Anything else to add, though?
There's you, yes.
Oh, ready to talk about yourself.
I'd like to know more about
finish dialogue.
Now that you're comfortable.
Suppose. It's embarrassing enough now, may as well.
I guess this doesn't really
They
add
didn't
that
give
much.
two squirts about who... And maybe some lessons.
Just approval.
You saw it.
Yeah.
Eventually, someone asked for of all the things to... Don't you go blabbing around yet. Because I'm just me, and I couldn't give a fig. All right. Heard that one.
No quest or anything. Unless it's the cutscene, we will speed through it. Otherwise, it will just take it way too much time.
Of course.
Thank you.
The book. Quest for you,
I
maybe?
didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Orlesian nobles see politics as a great competition.
Yes.
Guess we shouldn't explain
None of
to
them
him.
ever win.
Quiz Master?
How do you know?
No, that quest is something else. Oh, the quest must be Cassandra then. Wonder if Cullen's lyrium addiction is further along. Oh, one. I always think it's the first room. That'd be a yes if he's not here.
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Good to know. We also need to hit a shop. We'll go check on Blackwall first. I get stuck. I feel like you have a quest. Only 2, right? Because we got given items. I think I can just sell everything. The only thing that's ever questionable is the helmets. Don't want to sell the purples. The sigils are good. The runes we can make better. Well, that's junk. 40k. That's good. We definitely buy more. What was it called? Inquisition levels. Yep, what the actual resource is called. Oh wait, you're just a specialty shop. Comes from elsewhere. Nothing we want.
He's expecting that because not like he thinks you're.
My Lord Inquisitor,
If you
how
have anything to
gratifying
add.
to see you. Your efforts to restore in this gilded fortress.
Nothing.
How could we not be? Good fortune, Inquisitor.
The war in Olay has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
Well, I guess his stuff doesn't come to light till you do the Grey Warden stuff. Always the worst way back into the castle. Feels like there should be a companion.
It wasn't so bad today. The
Somewhere
cook
around
was
here.
in a jolly mood. She didn't shout at all, even when I dropped the ladle.
Like they could have stuck Morrigan in the little room down here. This is the right way? This is the wrong way. No, this is the right way. Yeah. Instead of out in the garden. Or maybe, you know, if you didn't have the kid. Yeah, then she can be in here.
Inquisitor, you have done much, but have you the stomach for the Quizquisition?
Interesting.
The what?
Thought you were usually near
It
Cole.
begins now, and there is a timer. Chantry belief centers on the enigmatic Maker and his bride. Name her traitorous husband.
Interesting. Special. Well, it's not any of them. One was the lover, one was not.
I believe the answer is
I'm
Guari.
pretty sure you can.
Incorrect. An unfortunate
Leave.
lapse into non.
Oh, no. Guess we have to find you again. Well, we could have Googled. Oh well. Oh, anything from Josephine?
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was en masse, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
You'd think the game's greatest players would spot a murderer in their midst.
As I said, insularity. Familiar rivals become the only ones worth sparring with. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
My favorite moment
Keep the
of
romance
evening is
going.
still our waltz in the garden.
I could have danced with you for hours. We must do it again sometime. I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevara. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
And the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatori cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border.
Well, that we
King
do.
Marcus
I'm
asks
guessing
the same,
quest, probably
but
one of the
demands we
areas
pledge
we've already done.
allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
I actually have relatives in Navarra. If you reason with the Archon, the Trevellians can persuade King Marcus we should help both countries.
Letting the Inquisition curry favor with both Tevinter and Nevara. Most ideal.
Oh, no, I guess I was just talking. Have you always been so good? No. I think that's just history talk. We didn't get a quest prompt or anything. We can do the
Now
Duchess
this
in a
is
box.
All worthy of the Inquisition.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
Are you serious? I did my part. She's dead.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Ignore this, at the President, Community Service. When we check what the actual outcomes are, before we decide. What is it? Florian is dead. Wow, so we can put her remains to use. Community Service. Otherwise, everything doesn't net us anything. Void claim seems like the right thing to do, right? None of... The wiki is not very helpful here. None of these are actually what the wiki states, except for the Heart Community Service. Well, I want the agent, so...
I call for rehabilitation. Yeah. The skull shall do public theatre about the evils of evil. I also judge the box. End table for orphans.
That's quite enough, Inquisitor. Point taken.
Who wants to do something stupid, we're gonna act stupid. At least that's my mentality. Although everywhere's getting nice and cleaned up. Quest yet?
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Nope, never mind. Just some input about the ball. Oh, there you are.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. The machinations, betrayals.
I say too, the machinations.
After our time in Halam Shiral,
they're not
I
machinations?
I have forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You miss court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses
secrets coming
and
out.
kings. But from the fade,
It's a very
I have
good
watched dynasties
parallel,
form and
right?
empires crumble.
You have
It
all
is
the
sometimes
interpersonal
savage,
secrets
sometimes
also coming to
noble,
light
and
in the
always
quest that involves the most
In any event,
lies and betrayals and
Celine
secrets.
should now be a steadfast
This is the
ally.
first real hint of
And Briala as
Sol
well,
being
thanks
more
to
than
your
an
efforts on her
apostate.
behalf.
Blackwall not being who he seems. Even Vivian's is slightly hinted at.
I hope Brialla is able to use her position to help your people.
How would helping Brialla help? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much
There's
in
the
common
second
with
hint.
the elves.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No.
Yes, because like
I
you've also
joined
got
the
the fact that
Inquisition to
he,
save
you
the
know,
world.
spouts to Sarah a lot
Regardless
about
of who my
tradition and
people
history.
are, this was
and
the best
elves.
way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Brialla is doing
There's
quite
all
well
the subtle
on their
things
behalf.
from this quest. It really
She
is.
an admirable
Like if you read into it all and obviously don't skip through a bunch of stuff, which we have for time's sake, it is a very, very well written quest with lots of nuances.
So you don't have anything in common with elves, but you admire her for fighting for them.
I admire many people whose interests I do not share. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears. Good afternoon.
No quest, that's fine. Vivian, I'm pretty sure we definitely unlocked Vivian's quest, surely. Want all the alternative tarot cards.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. Saving the day, reconciling lovers, mediating a civil war. So sugary, it's nauseating. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something you actually miss.
Who wouldn't? All the drama, the scandal, the petty maneuverings. Back home, we engage in social affairs with the grim intensity of war. When blood is spilled, the battle is won. Less fun when you're the target, but to watch. My, yes. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
Naturally.
Don't think we got anything to turn in research-wise. Alright, Liliana, Vivian, then we can go to Cassandra.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
You want to support
When
it.
Justinia was
You want
alive,
Liliana.
I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Anything else to add?
Did you need something?
It's not.
Good day.
Expressway down. And the staircase up. Oh, he does have a copy. Indigo. Not quite sure what it yields. Finding all Varric's books. I think we will save here. But no way do I want to support Vivian. But just in case
My
we say
dear, I'm
something we
afraid I
shouldn't.
must ask you for help.
The help part is fine. He's not someone who should
There is
have
an
absolute
alchemical
power,
formula that I must
think.
complete, but I have
feel.
been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite
Wyvern?
rare and exceedingly
snowy?
dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any.
We've dealt with dragons, so this
Ordinary
really isn't that big
hunters
of a
would
deal.
not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success. It took a great deal of skill to win that title for the elves, but you surely know it will end in a bloodbath.
Well, I guess no input about being divine. Really much about the ending of the Empress. Other than that, just a foreboding warning.
Grand, isn't it? To know the sanctity of our great institutions.
Quest in here. Not Cassandra. A requisition table? No. From you?
Of course. Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Shiral. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
Negotiate a deal for weapon plans. Interesting.
Goodbye, your worship.
Alright. Colin and Cassandra are next.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra?
No.
The
Divine.
clerics are still sequestered.
First.
If no one steps forward, they will debate
So
until...
she wants Cassandra.
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking
Basically, an
us
easy
first.
way to say we have the final say, so to speak.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
One, obviously male. Yeah. Use if you don't want it.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Not that simple.
Surely it was
Well, maybe
never
she does
meant
want
to
it.
be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
That sounds too supportive. That sounds way too dismissive. But see, this could also backfire and be extremely supportive.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let
Hey,
the
that's
mages
nice,
govern
at least.
themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent.
There's good ideas.
We must be vigilant. But we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no.
He does
That
actually make a
is
good
what
design.
I would change.
So this is your new crusade?
I
I've
feel like she
agreed
should
to
go
nothing
reform
yet.
the Seekers and
And
Liliana
if the
should
Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can.
Alright, but it seems
I
like we
suppose
weren't
I should
openly
not
being
be so
supported, but not
concerned.
dismiss it.
The clerics
That's
speak
good.
my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Alright, and then we're going to talk to her again for Cullen's little dialogue.
Is there
Sure.
anything you need?
Or not. I guess it's in this room. Yeah, there we go.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit...
That you have an addiction?
We will speak of
Or
this
is it
later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking you in.
Story-driven conclusion, rather than what's going on currently with Veilguard. To watch him, I think it's brave. He was determined. He still is determined.
It seemed very important to him.
It's not a decision to be made lightly. But now, Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Yeah, work and purpose obviously go hand in hand to overcoming something like this.
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Shouldn't this be Cullen's decision?
Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Right, back to Cullen.
Have to make sure it's
I
cleared
think
up.
that's all the side stuff. Be caught up. We do have a couple quests, right? Beat Cullen, obtain the hearts. Nope, just one. Any more books to grab? Oh, we didn't teleport away.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Cullen, if you need to talk...
You don't have... I never meant for this to interfere.
I believe you.
But whatever good it does,
Promises mean nothing if I cannot keep them.
Okay,
You asked what happened to Ferelden's circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? A fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Yeah, you have bad timing.
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
No.
So that's it? Things get difficult and you back down?
That's not...
You've built an army. Are you capable of leading it?
Yes, Inquisitor.
Then carry on as you were. Without Lyrium. Do you need that in writing?
That won't be necessary. I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
Alright, let's go get ourselves a heart. Nope. Oh, there we are, exalted planes. Where do we quick travel to? This is the, nope, the garrison, so it'll be this camp. And we probably don't have to actually take her with us, right, to get the heart. All her retrieval quests, usually, you can just do them and then go return to her.
Inquisitor,
Very Snow White-esque, right? This quest. And Vivian in general. Going the right way, right? Yeah. I'm reading the quest. But I remember it being like a double cross where it's actually something good that makes you think it's something bad. What the smart thing to do is mark it, obviously. We're not even seeing regular ones. Oh, there's one. See, with Ironborn, I think we can build a ton of armor up. That'll be good. Guessing this will give us the normal heart. Yeah. Just have to find. Nope, not you. A white one. Oh, dead. There we go. Can you loot extra hearts? No, you can't. Oh, there we are. Assume it would continue running. I couldn't even see how much burst damage we got off the mark. But that was nice and easy. Wherever its corpse is. There we are. Alright, so back to Vivian. Oh, I'm not going to put the weapons away yet. Oof. I think there's the notes Nero. That's how you can see. Oh, we also have the trial shipment. I think we probably end it after this. And we'll do the other main quests. How do we go up? I always forget the easiest way to get to her. We have, God, what was it? The Western Approach, Adamant Fortress, and the Fade. Which should be about equivalent to Wicked Hearts and Wicked Eyes. Yeah, this one. We have alchemical notes. Does it tell you anything about it? One actually will read. Gotta mix it. Heart of the snowy wyvern must be added as the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light, even if stored in perfect darkness. It's only viable for 3 days, begins to degrade in potency. What does it do though? The second day the results are almost too solid. Second, by third, it's entirely useless.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
Yeah, so you meant to think it's up to no good.
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the snowy wyvern?
If you want the wyvern's heart, you'll tell me what you're using it for.
I can do better, darling. Give me the heart, and I'll show you what it's for. Will that suffice?
All right. One heart as requested.
She does do a lot
kind of you.
questionable things, but she's usually
Please
straightforward.
accept this as your payment. I must begin working.
Like she's very outspoken.
You have been a dear friend, and I would like you to come with me.
Could have avoided the disapproval. And then this is what she sort of hinted with at the Winter Palace with one of the herald people, like the overseers. We call it the court. That helps with the Empress's decisions. Her husband is one.
This should only take a moment, Inquisitor. I'm here, my darling. darling.
It's going to be all right, my love.
My darling? Bastien?
Vivienne, I'm sorry.
There's nothing here now.
Very grey, right? Whether that's a good or a bad outcome. But given, you know, the sentiment she showed, she was trying to save him. You also go to the gardens, because the new person we forgot to actually chat to was Morrigan.
Inquisitor?
You're the Inquisitor.
You're an old god.
I thought you'd be scarier. Mother said you were scary.
Some people seem to think I'm the most frightening thing in the world.
Mother says they would think the same about me if they knew.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Back to her
Of
usual
course
way.
not. Did you see what's on his hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man. My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad, perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Will his father be joining us as well?
'Twould be most unlikely. His father
Apparently
helped
people would be
raise
upset.
Kieran for a
They
time,
gave
but
voice
events have
lines to
conspired to take him
the
elsewhere.
Grey Warden.
So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
I feel like as long as they gave options for you to pick from, would have been fine. Like same with how they've given, you know, the 2 options per female and male for the Inquisition. And they could have done, you know, like a dwarf, an elf, a human with 6 per, because that'd be obviously shorter lines.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might
I would
expect
like
a
to
woman
see
like
our
me to
warden character
raise.
up here.
No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tara Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting
Very
it from
egotistical,
darkness.
that line.
Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. I
Well,
know
Saul's
you
proof,
did
she's
not
proof,
want
so
me
that's kind of
here,
something.
Inquisitor. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may. Greetings, Inquisitor.
I don't think there's
If I
anything
learn
really
of its
to add.
origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well. His dragon is something else, something... Continue prodding at Corypheus,
What
Inquisitor.
we want is her dialogue with Alistair. I might have screwed up, because I think you meant to get them first, then he comes here as like a pit stop before the Western Approach. Unless I'm forgetting a step and there's actually like a bit of quest in the Western Approach before you actually get to Adamant Fortress. Either way, we can finish off the dialogue with Vivian now. Get some approval back for actually giving her the correct heart. I've been wanting to. Very unique position. Do you have anything
The
to add?
Inquisitor's work is never done, I see. You know where I'll be.
Ooh, that looks back though. One copy left.
Bastian is dead. I can hardly believe. It was the Wintersend Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
Falling in love across a crowded ballroom. Sounds like something out of a children's story.
He was a dashing rogue, and any defects he might have had were made up for with rank and importance. It was a more innocent time, I suppose. And now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the chantry services.
See?
Deep
down,
only
she
knows
hasn't
how
this
long
fast.
that will take.
If I can help you, just say the word.
No, my dear. I'll handle everything. Excuse me, I have so much to do. I always have time for you, my dear.
Actually, anything to add? No. Alright, let's see if this works. If we fast travel here, it should update them. And we'll see if Alistair and Morrigan have a touching reunion. Although, dialogue with her should lead us to having a war table mission for the hero of Ferelden. Ooh, here we go. She's standing somewhere. Yeah, she's standing. No, that's...
Wandering the gardens, I see. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will be. Beware the hype. 'Tis certain the nobles.
This line of
And
dialogue,
after
probably?
that I came to Orlais. I find myself
Yes, not.
naturally. Truth be told, our... Wandering the gardens, I see. If you have
That's what
questions...
we just went through, right? Yeah. I want the dialogue between her and Alistair. Why can I not? I guess you can't fast travel to where you are. You know what? Why don't we just quickly go to the Western Approach and meet them there? I can't remember if it's here, if this is the fortress. It feels like this should be the fortress. Oh, let me click on the camp. Dorian, Cassandra. If it is the fortress, we're not going in. Don't have enough time to do it today. But we'll definitely do it tomorrow. But maybe it's his dialogue and then he goes back to Skyhold. suppose we could also, just Google it.
Word for you.
What's the quest called? Healize the Abyss, isn't it? Healize the Abyss. Guys, we just head down this way. Down Crestwood. Investigate the western approach. Once west approach, may travel to Giants, Watchtower, find a group of wardens, build that, blah blah blah. Oh, perfect. We can do this area. It's just this little watchtower. And what I'm thinking of comes after it. No enemies on the way. We'll be back road. I have to figure out who we want to bring with us for that specific mission. There's a lot of interesting interactions there, similar to the Winter Palace. But unfortunately, you could definitely only take 4.
Glad you could make it. We've seen lights coming from the tower.
Blood magic, I'd wager. You can smell it. Or see the corpses. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong.
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death...
Summon a spirit.
I'm sorry. Sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you.
Oh, I could summon something a little bit bigger. Because we've seen blood mages do that just with a cut.
Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
I'm guessing you're not a warden?
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
Wardens! This man is lying to you. He serves an ancient Tevinter Magister who wants to unleash a blight.
That's a very serious accusation. Let's see what the Wardens think. Wardens, hands up. Hands down.
Corypheus has enslaved them.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Including Tevinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the
You're
Venatorium
sort of spouting
were
too much.
prepared.
You're the usual villain trope.
I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
See, that's kind of smart, right? Because again, got the amount of, missions that we've been through in the deep roads.
I was
many of the
wondering when the
games.
demon army would
Don't
show
know
up.
how they make it out to
You
be.
knew about
But
it,
finding
did you?
them is the difficulty.
Well then, here you are. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They're now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
Oh, that's a
Blight
dumb
happens
question.
when dark
Yeah.
spawn find an old god.
That's just
Although I fear history
filler
will
if
remember
you
them
haven't,
a little
played them in
differently
other games
now.
or, know the story that much.
You think you can stand against me with just demons and a Fade Rift? Did Corypheus not mention what I did to the Breach?
He did. He also noted what he did to you at Haven. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be...
Yeah, talks way too much. Probably shouldn't have given me time to master it. That's the idea there. Definitely not enough AoE for this time. Historian. What did he keep getting up? Where's the non-elites? Oh, I see Hawk is down as well. Should have made the companion scale a bit better too. Seems like they don't quite at all. Oh, I'll do it. No, I don't want you. I want me. I might actually die here. Just had to nudge me into it. Can't quite realize what's happening is the first time I got nudged into the thing on the ground. The second time, when she went to run to this guy, he turned the shade around and then the shade hit me. One time. And I just almost jumped straight into the circle again. And
so, that went well.
You were
should also
right.
have a two-hander.
Thanks to the ritual, the Warden mages are enslaved to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors?
Sacrifices.
Oh, of course. It's not real blood magic until someone gets sacrificed.
The mages killed their fellow Wardens. Nothing can justify that.
I don't care about justification. It's past time to take arms against the Wardens and stop this madness.
Hawk, they made a mistake, but they thought it was necessary.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I may know where the Wardens are. Eramond fled that way. There's an abandoned Warden fortress in that direction. Adamant.
Good thinking. The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Perfect. Secret here too. There we go, they'll go to Skyhold now. And we can see Alistair reunite with Morrigan. Just examine. I think this is going to be Bottle, which is over there. We also do want the new landmark. Getting close to finishing all the collection quests too. The area is actually a bit more expensive. I was thinking, well, there's probably nothing here. That should be the last landmark in the area. If it wants to pop up and say so. Well, we're getting the rewards for it, so I guess that's a clear enough indicator. But looks like there is nothing else here. Yeah. No prompts, no quests. So we can go back to Skyhold, and then we have here lies the Abyss. Will be tomorrow, and Jaws of Harkin after that. We should be able to go chat with Morrigan and Alistair.
Could you have guessed such a pairing?
There we go. Happy reunion. Cool. Do we just overhear them? They're joining in on the conversation? It won't let me interact. Oh, damn you. Reloading the same area sure takes a while. See. Nope. Well, that was all for nothing, I guess. Either way, that's a good enough stopping point. So we knew here lies the Abyss tomorrow. Yeah, so one, like, quest area a day. And I feel like there's only a handful left, right? There's Here Lies the Abyss, the Jaws of Harkin, the next area, then the final area, and then Trespasser. Yeah, so by week's end, we'll probably be done with Inquisition. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Anyone hanging around or watching posts, thanks as always. Otherwise, maybe see you tomorrow. Cheers.